Good evening, Barons fans, and welcome to Game 3 in St. Louis, or more accurately, Maryland Heights, Missouri, at the Centene Community Ice Center for the third game here. This one against the Florida Alliance North. I'm Sean Hofstadter. I'll give you the play-by-play as best I can. Hopefully Wi-Fi continues to hold out. It's been good. This is on a different rink, though, so we are on the NHL rink. A little better vantage point here for us today. Nice St. Louis Blues facility here near St. Louis, near the Missouri River. And the Barons donning the white unis today. And they're going to play Florida Alliance and the Blues, wearing the blue uniforms, that is. They'll may disappear in the background here a little bit. Blue walls here with this particular sheet of ice. Barons are 2-0 on the weekend, looking to go 3-0 here today against Florida Alliance. They played Florida Alliance once this season, a 4-2 victory in November 3rd. Should be Tyler Nordon in goal, assuming they continue with their rotation. We do have a couple of gentlemen in the not suited up today. I believe it's Morgan and Loomis not playing, and a couple injuries there. We'll see if those are hopefully short term. We'll find out over time here, but hope to have them back in their uniforms soon. But for now, we're gonna suit up in the whites and be ready to go here with a puck drop for 17 minutes on period number 1. It looks like we'll start with Hofstadter. Oh, it looks like I was wrong about Loomis, maybe. Loomis is out there, so I'm wrong about Loomis. Apologies for that. It's not Loomis. He's out on the ice, so we'll figure out who's in the box. I've got the backs to me here. Can't tell who the kids are in the box. We'll figure it out as we go. Apologies for that, but we've got Hofstadter, Loomis, and Krimbali on the ice. And it's going to go to Romstad, and then Pusateri back there as well. Hofstadter feeds it across the opposite side. And Pusateri lays a hit, and Romstad will grab the puck as we are underway with period number 1. Barons versus Florida Alliance. Little sauce puck there on a tip, and it's going to be picked up by Romstad, who will clear it long, and they're going to say icing here. As a Florida player, watch that one go by. A little bit above maybe shoulder height for him. Maybe a little below shoulder height. And next line up here for the Barons with 16:32 to go in the first here. It'll be Lundy, Basil, Lundy, Elliott, and Stockel. Stockel sends it off the boards. Basil trying to get it out of the zone, and does. And Florida will regroup. Now all the way back in their own zone. In the neutral zone now, they'll dump it in. Nordon will settle it. He'll rim it around. And Lundy trying to settle it off. The bouncing puck off the boards. It's going to be picked up by Florida. Florida sends it through the blue paint. Makes it all the way to the boards, and they'll dump it behind the goal line. Colin Lundy tying it up along the boards, and it'll be picked up now by Basil. Basil to Lundy on the left. Across the blue line. Basil gets it back. Basil trying to send a backhand to the front. A couple players in the middle, but intercepted by Florida. Florida able to get through some legs there, but nice recovery by Elliott. Not allowing the shot. And he'll allow Stockel to grab the puck. Stockel now crosses the center line, feeds it in for Schutte, who pops it into the offensive zone. And Barons on a change now with Bradshaw, Schutte, and Board. Wood and Stockel on the ice, trying to get it out of their zone now, and they do. In the neutral zone, it is Florida regrouping. Now all the way back in their own zone, pressured by Board. Schutte will collect it. We've got a player down now for the Barons, and they blow it dead. Looks like Wood took a hit and is down in front of his own bench. And he's able to make his way to the bench on his own, so that's good. That's a good sign, and we'll have a face-off in the Barons zone with 15:08 to go here in this first period. No score. Florida with a shot deflected into the corner. Board will pick it up. He'll chip it off the boards. Kept in though with the glove of the Florida Alliance defenseman. He'll throw it on goal. Stick save. Pushed off the glass. Glove down again. Another stick save by Tyler. And now Florida pushing it behind the goal line. Tied up there, picked up by Dallas. Dallas takes it through the center, out of the zone, through the center of the ice, and into the offensive zone. Bradshaw held the line, and now it's Florida trying to find a way out of the zone. Board won't allow it. Now shot by Schutte. Might have gotten tipped and it went off the glass above the goal. This one's cleared off the glass and out of the Florida Alliance zone and all the way down for icing with 14:19 to go in this first period. Still no score. And the Barons will have an offensive zone face-off. And they'll switch all five to do it. It'll be Basil, Lundy, Grimm, Semig, and Romstad on the ice. Florida's trying to get out of the zone. They lost the puck, and they get it back, and they'll leave the zone with it now. In the neutral zone, trying to control puck, they get it back. Florida in front, save made by Tyler. Rodon able to slide across the crease and keep that one out. Knocked down, nicely done by Chris Lundy. Shot here, stick save off the goal. Florida regrouping at their own blue line, and they'll send it in for no icing. They say it was tipped. Florida in front, and they're going to fake a shot. Now they'll take a shot, stick save. 13:25 to go in the first, still no score. Tied up behind the goal line. It's Florida coming away with it. Out to the point. Shot deflected into the corner. Florida will get there first. Now back out to the point. Barons knocked it off a stick. Back behind the goal line now. Grimm trying to get to it. Lundy in to help. Romstad trying to collect the puck. No luck yet. Nice job by Lundy and Romstad to team up to keep that one from out in front of the goal. Semig now. Trying to clear it out of the zone with the help of Lundy. He does. Lundy off the boards and into the offensive zone. And we have a bird in the rink flying in front of us. Elliott with the puck. As the Barons finally able to get a change here. It's Loomis with the puck. He's got Krimbali in front of him. Elliott trailing, Hufstedler trailing, and Stockel as well. Stockel will get it at the point. Stockel throws it told by the goalie of the Florida Alliance North. 12:25 to go here in this first period. Still no score. Hufstedler will take the face-off left wing circle. He'll win it back. And Barons trying to get to it. They do. As Stockel leaves the zone with it, and he'll have to dump it back in. Florida kind of held his stick there off the bench. They let it go pretty quickly and freed it up, and they're going to wave this one, although they won't wave it off. Thought I heard a wave off there, but thought that was going to be an interesting wave off, thinking Stockel could get to it, but that would have been a tough ask on his part as he was trying to skate over to find the puck there with a little company on his way. 12:09. Left wing circle for the face-off again. Same crew out there. Hufstedler wins it to the side again. Loomis feeds it behind the goal line. Hufstedler trying to chase it. And he intercepts it. Throws it on goal. Rebound. Still loose. And it's going to be Florida picking it up. Pressured. Loomis trying to get to it. And now Elliott defending in his own zone. Shot. Save. And who's got it now? It's the Barons with, I think it was Elliott trying to feed it out to Krimbali. And it's fed back in by Florida Alliance North. Excuse me, I'll get the order right here. And now it's Stockel with the puck behind his own goal. He'll skate it up the left side, feeding it to Krimbali at the center. Krimbali into the offensive zone. Pushes the puck in the offensive zone. Man tried to stand him up. Krimbali pushed through. Wood will collect the puck now in his own zone, feeding it up to Board. He'll tip it in the offensive zone. And now Schutte chasing it behind the goal line. Pins the man there. Next Florida player gets to it. And kept in though by Boyd. Gets it over to Schutte. Trying to find Bradshaw. No luck. Got tied up in some skates. Good look there. Wood. Over to Dallas. And get back behind the goal line. Board sent it back there for Schutte. And Florida, too many players there, and they'll take it out of the zone. Under 11 to play here in the first, still no score. Barons kept that out of the zone and forced the tag up, and Nordon will settle it for Dallas to send it out of the zone. That one's going to be all the way down for icing, and we'll leave this one, the camera right here, as we have a little over 10 and a half to go here in this first period. Still no score. Nice clear here. It's Lundy with his brother. Across the line. Lundy to Lundy. Fed into Basil. Basil skates it to the front. Gets a shot off. Nice save there by the goalie. Able to move across the crease. And in front. He moved from his right to left. And stopped at the front to make the save. And now the Barons are in their own zone looking for their way out. And they'll have it. Up the left side. And into the offensive zone they go. They'll dump it in and Florida will pick it up. Kusateri, Semig, Romstad in. But Semig, and Semig took a stop to try to help out. The referee trying to get in the middle of all this to stop a fight. And we'll see if they throw anybody in the box or just move people along. I think they will. They will. They're going to throw Romstad and number 7 in the box. So coincidentals at 9:44, just to say don't fight please. So still 5 out of 5 hockey, and we'll have the finish of the change here with Semig, Schutte taking the face off, Grimm, Board, and Elliott on the ice. Grimm now with the puck behind his goal line. Trying to feed it up and out, no luck. Florida keeping it in for now. Florida in front. They don't allow a shot. Good stick there by Board. And good save by Tyler Nordon. He makes the save and holds on. Good job there making the stick save, and then didn't quite know where the puck was, but obviously it wasn't enough to hold still on that one, knowing it's right in his gear there, and held on to that. 9.5 to go here. In the first period, still no score. Florida sending it to the point. Shot, deflected wide. Tyler gets a stick on it and pushes it to a teammate. And now Barron's able to get out of the zone. Board pushed wide, not able to get around a player to get to it. And now stood up in the neutral zone by Schutte. And now they're going to call something here. They're calling Board. So the refs are, slash is the call. So slash is go. So Board is going to the box for a slash. He's going to sit in there with Romstad. So with 9:10 to go, Barron's going to be on the kill. Nice clear here. Picked it right up off the face-off. Sent it all the way down. Goalie settles it for Florida. Offside here. As a Florida player did a little Superman dive and is offside. 1:43 to go in the penalty. Under 9 minutes to play in the first. Still no score. So I believe that's Keith in the box. Sitting in the box with our players in the sin bin. With Morgan both out today, not dressing for this game. Still haven't actually gotten a look at their faces. That's what I believe based on not seeing them on the ice here. So bear with me if I'm wrong on that. On the kill here, it's Lundy working the boards here. Dallas trying to Defend here in front, goes just wide of the post, and the net pops off. Next line up here, it'll be Loomis with Basil, Pusateri, and Wood. Oh, excuse me, it's Loomis with Bradshaw. And Bradshaw gets a piece of this one and throws it toward the boards. And cleared here all the way down. Under a minute to go on the penalty. Florida patient, and now they take it out of their zone. 43 seconds left on the power play for Florida, and they will keep this one in as it bounced around on some skates there. In the corner now. Behrens, lay a check, hard check in the corner, shot, doesn't go, and now tough, send it out of the zone, no luck here. Wood takes a hit to the head, it looked like. And Pusateri has his helmet off here, his face mask unbuttoned, and it's getting pretty physical in period number 1. And Romstad and number 7 have ended their penalties. The referees are going to have a conversation here. Let's see what's going to happen. 26 seconds left on Board's penalty. Looks like nothing's going to happen. We're having a conversation with Coach Roque to explain what happened, and Roque doesn't put forth any argument and just lets it move along here, and it's just a face-off in the Barron zone, so we'll move on. And in the corner, Barron's still trying to kill off 20 seconds of penalty here. Up to the point, and now down low again below the goal line. Elliott pins a man there. 2 more blue shirts come in, and now a Barron able to rim it around and out, and that was Grimm able to send it all the way down and kill off the penalty here. Board comes out of the box. Oh, the Florida player fell down there and must have got tripped up on something, a little divot or something, who knows, and puck dribbled right into the blue paint. Goalie alert there and able to cover it up before something dangerous happened and the puck went in the goal. And fortunately for Florida, able to cover it up and blow the whistle dead there by the officials. 7:03 to go in this first period. It's an offensive zone faceoff for the full-strength Barons. Florida's going to take it out of the zone. Into the Barron zone. Grimm up the boards, trying to push it up the boards. And Basil has it now. He'll feed it up for Lundy. Into the offensive zone, trying to feed it further for Basil. Florida around the rim. Elliott will collect it in the neutral zone. And now Elliott will get back. Elliott has some room now. Waiting for a change. Elliott up the right side. He's got Huffstetter with him. Elliott in front to Huffstetter. Couldn't get a connection there. Went between the stick and skates as he had a player on him. And now it's going to be Stockel across the blue line. He'll throw it in front. Couldn't get a connection there for Krimbali. Loomis trying to get to it. He keeps it in to Huffstetter, trying to feed it in for Krimbali. Krimbali backhand, couldn't get to it. Rebound attempt, or second attempt there by Loomis. Loomis in front, shot, couldn't get all of it. It looked like it was still wobbling a little bit. Huffstetter behind the goal line, Krimbali behind the goal line. And now it's Florida out of the zone. And Nordon will settle it. And he'll feed it back around for Krimbali on the near side. Krimbali up to Romstad. Romstad across the blue line. And offside the call. A lot of extracurricular activity and some physical play along the way as well. Referee separating some folks. Board, Schutte, Bradshaw, Romstadt, and Stocka will be next up here with 5:37 to go in this first period. Still no score. Board trying to push this one in, no luck, good effort though. Board gets it back, he'll dump it in this time, and now Florida behind their own goal. Schutte there. Bradshaw as well. Florida still trying to find an out. And now they do. In the neutral zone though, Romstock gets hit in the face. Had to drop his stick. And he's going straight to the bench. And there's a penalty called, so here. And Florida pretty physical here, and the Barons did not appreciate that as they had a skate go into a Baron against the boards and shove him into the boards from behind, and Barons came in to present their displeasure. And now we have a pile up behind the goal, everybody against the boards. Not sure who's yelling there. But they certainly aren't pleasantries. So we're going to have some folks in the box here. Let's see how many and what the calls are. 91's going to the box. And Wood's going to the box. They're asking them all to get away. And number 9 is going to the box, it looks like. Seemed like there should be one more for Florida. And now we have it. Referee's still huddling. So we'll see how this all winds down here. Referee's got his notepad out and they're trying to figure it all out. And now they'll go talk to some coaches. Starting with Florida's. So it looks like it will be a 2-minute penalty for number 9 of Florida. Perhaps the other penalty against Wood and number 91 are offsetting. Excuse me, coincidental. This is the proper terminology. Let's see what we have here. I believe we are looking at a power play for the Barons, but we'll see what happens when all is said and done here. They are moving the puck into the offensive zone, so that's a good sign. And Basil gives a little clack on the glass for Wood's defense. All right, 5 minutes to go in the first period. No score, power play for the Barons. Here we go. And face off here for the Barons. Lundy, shot in front for the rebound. It's going to be picked up by Romstad. He'll send it over to Board at the blue line. Board, back to Romstad, to Lundy. Sending it through for Board. Shot in the goal! Romstad and Lundy get the assist on Board's goal. Power play goal for the Barons to get on the board here with 4:42 in the first period. So they make quick work of that power play, just 17 seconds in. 4:42. And Huffstiller, Krimbali, Loomis, Stockel, and Elliott. Now it's on the board. There you go, 1-0. We have icing on the call here, so we'll have a face-off in the Barons zone to Tyler Nardon's right side. So that was good quick work there for the Barons, just moving the puck and finding a spot there was Board. He just able to pick his spot and get the goal. In the corner, it's Huffstiller and Elliott. And now they're going to come away with it. Loomis circles back in the corner. Now Florida takes it back, and now Loomis will grab it again. Loomis behind the goal. Avoids one man. He'll feed it up to Krimbali. Bounced off a skate. And now stolen back by Florida, but Elliott does not allow it. He keeps it. Nice body work there. And trying to chip it forward. Stolen back by Florida. Shot goes wide. And now Krimbali is going to body a man off and knocks the net off, and they'll blow it dead. Good job by Krimbali there to use his body to just make some space and keep the puck in the offensive zone. It was him on 3, so he was in front with one player against him, and there were 2 trailing Florida players, and he just decided to find a way to make a shot. And he bodied a man off and turned around, did a little spin there, and shot toward goal and knocked a player into the goal and knocked the net off, and keep the puck in the zone and get a face-off. So here we go. Florida goes the other way with this though after the face-off, and now back in the Barons zone. Shot here goes just wide. Nardon able to find that through the people somehow, and it did go past the goal to his left side. Bradshaw, Board, Dallas, Schutte, and Pusateri on the ice. This one's going to be icing, they say, and they're going to wave it off. And Florida will pick it up behind their own goal. Bradshaw now pressuring. Bradshaw trying to tie it up there. It's Bradshaw on 2 players. Board in to help now, or excuse me, Schutte in to help now. And out just into the neutral zone there. So Dallas will throw it on goal. Shot and save. Bradshaw defending as they leave the zone. Lundy will pick it up. Pusateri will dump it in. 2:42 to go in this first period. 1-0 Barons. Romstad, shot on goal. Tip looking for something. Shot still loose. Broken stick here for somebody. And who's going to have it? It's going to be Florida taking it out of the zone. Looks like it's a Florida broken stick. And Lundy now. Semig. Trying to move it forward, take him there. Romstad will get it back. Romstad in the offensive zone. Romstad finds Semig. Shot deflected wide. Semig feeds it to Lundy. Good look there. Couldn't get the shot to go. Had a player on him. And now we have a whistle here, and it's going to be a high stick. So power play coming up for the Barons as number 7 is going back to the box. So with 2:01 to go in the first period, Florida's back in the box. And the Barons are on the power play. It'll be Huffstedler taking the face-off. He'll have Loomis to his right, Krambali to his left, Elliott and Bradshaw. Huffstedler in the corner, working with Loomis. Trying to dig it out, and now it's going to be Florida. They did take, somebody dug it out, and it went straight to a Florida player, so Elliott will regroup in his own zone. Loomis feeding it to Huffstedler across the blue line, feeding it across to Krambali. They'll set it up to Bradshaw at the blue line. Into Loomis, back to Bradshaw. To Loomis again. They switch spots here. Over to Krambali. To Elliott. Elliott looking for a shot. He got a tip in front. It got deflected off a skate, actually. Not a tip, but went into the corner. He was looking to send it into some traffic, and he did. Elliott to Loomis low. Back up to Elliott. Krambali now. To Huffstedler's quick pass back, and trying to get a little give and go there was deflected off a skate and sent all the way down. Under a minute to play in this first period, 1-0 Barons. The power play will take us just about to the end of the period. Only 1 second left after the power play expires. Lundy, Basil, Board, and Romstad on the ice now. Lundy. And this one's cleared by Florida all the way down. 30 seconds to go in the period. Romstad will feed it up to Chris Lundy. Chris to Basil. Across the blue line. Shot, save, and it's going to be Basil feeding it up back out front. Trying to knock it out of the air, no luck. It was a wobbly puck about shoulder height. Romstad trying to get a hold of it, no luck, and now Board had to regroup in his own zone. Now he collects it back in the offensive zone. Board getting it back to Lundy, trying to get a shot or throw it back toward goal as time expires, and it's going to be 1-0 after 1 period of play in favor of the Cleveland Barons. Eventful period here with some penalties and just the 1 power play goal. It was Board from Lundy and Romstad for that goal. Just 17 seconds, I believe, into the power play with 4:42 to go in the first period. We'll have a quick break here, just a minute, while the coaches talk to the players, and right back at it. We'll have an ice cut at around halftime. Here we go with period number 2. Cleveland Barons leading 1-0 after 1 period of play. We're going to start this one off with Shooty taking the face-off. He'll have Bradshaw and Board with him. Pusateri and Stockel on the blue line. Tyler Nordon taking the pipes on the right. And here we go. Florida has the puck. They'll move through the neutral zone and dump it into the Baron zone. Pusateri will grab it with some company, and he'll feed it to the Board for Board. And Board will chip it out of the zone. Florida has it in their own zone now. Bradshaw chasing. And Shooty intercepts as a result. And now Board's going to pick it up and try to find somebody in front. Throws it on goal. And trying to find his way to the puck. Getting an elbow to the face was Bradshaw. Stockel now throws it toward goal. Deflected off his shin. Florida dumps it back into the zone as Stockel lays a big check. And Tyler Nordon covers it up. Pusateri saying hello after the play. And we'll have a face-off to Tyler Nordon's right side. And the next line will come in. It'll be Wood, Elliott, Huffstedler, Loomis, and Krimbali. Face off behind the goal line now. Wood feeds it up the boards to Loomis. Loomis to Huffstedler on the right side. He'll settle it. Throws it toward goal looking for Loomis. And now it's going to be bouncing out of the zone as Florida was able to send it long. Elliott behind his own goal. Trying to settle it. Fed out front. Krimbali to Loomis. To Huffstedler. Fakes through it and collects the puck. He'll feed it up to Krimbali. Krimbali trying to feed it back. Huffstedler gets it back and trying to get it to Loomis. It'll make its way to Elliott instead. Elliott steps forward, shot, tipped up high and over the net. Settling the puck, and it's going to be Florida. And now what do we have? Net off, I believe? Yeah. Looks like the net's off once more. And we'll have a face-off in the offensive zone, left wing circle. And now somebody's going to have to fix the net there. It's still off. 15:33 to go in the second. It is a 1-0 lead for the Barons. Jake Huffstedler will take the face. And he'll chase it into the corner, trying to get through some players. And kept in by, bouncing off the backboard, trying to get a shot toward goal before they're able to get to it. Barons will be able to keep it in at the blue line there and throw it behind the goal line. Now back into the zone, sending it forward for Huffstedler, trying to get a tip on it. It makes its way to the goaltender's glove and he covers it right up. And anytime there's anybody near a goaltender, people start pushing and shoving, so that occurs. 15:09 to go here in the second period. It's 1-0 in favor of the Barons. Next line up, Bradshaw, Semig, Schutte, Alexi, and Romstad. Schutte in the corner, he's got Semig there as well, trying to fish the puck out. Couple blue sweaters too. Referee settles it on his skate. Still bouncing around behind the goal line. Away with it in the end. Out of the zone, through the neutral zone, and chipped into the Baron zone. Nordon will settle it and send it around the rim. Throwing it in front. Florida trying to settle, couldn't get a shot off. And now we have a whistle here with the high stick call. And that's is it a high stick penalty? Or yeah, it's a high stick penalty, I think. Yeah, Dallas is going to the box for a high stick. So with 14:26 to go, Barons are on the kill. Florida, top of the circle, shot attempt blocked by Grimm. Got a skate on it there as he skated right up to the player. Didn't allow him to have a clean look at that. Lundy, Basil, and Pusateri as well on this kill unit. Shot here, straight shot, right at the target. Held on by Tyler Nordon with 1:36 to go on the penalty. A couple players will swap out as Bradshaw and Colin Lundy jump on. Pusateri and Grimm will stay, and it'll be Pusateri taking the face off to Tyler's left side. It's going to make its way out of the zone. Nicely done there. Florida back in the zone in the corner. Nico fell down, got right back up. And Florida looking for a shot. Actually, they decided for a pass, and they take a shot now. It goes behind the goal. Couldn't get it on goal. Good pressure here by Bradshaw. And now Pusateri pushes the player toward the boards and knocks him down. Out front, shot, save, clear. Under a minute to go on the penalty. Stockel, Elliott, and Florida pushes this into the Barons zone. Elliott rims it around. And stolen here by Bradshaw. He'll skate it up the right side through the neutral zone, into the offensive zone. They've actually got numbers. Trying to feed it back was Elliott. Good stick there by Florida. Didn't allow it. 25 seconds left on the Florida power play. They'll cross the blue line into the Barons zone. Kick to the side by Board. He stays on his feet. Nicely done. Florida behind the goal line, now out to the side. Stolen here by Loomis for a moment. Let's see who comes away with it as they fight against the boards now. Trying to dig it out are 3 players in blue. Loomis tying it up, and now Florida has it. The penalty's over. And they've made their switch. Huffstedler jumps on the ice. Huffstedler along the boards, pressuring. Now it's Stockel. And now stolen here. Board's going to have it after Elliott pushes it forward. Board up the right side. Throwing it toward goal. Bouncing around. It's going to be Florida in the corner. Pushed in the corner further is Board. He'll feed it across for Wood. Wood, shot deflected into the corner. Huffstedler fight a man off. No luck there as Florida's going to be able to take it out of the zone. And we're going to have a penalty here. A whistle here, and now let's see what happens. There's what sounded like a hit after the whistle, but just after, so I don't know if they're just separating people or if there's a penalty. Looks like I think they're just separating people. And I don't know what the whistle was. I'm not sure if it's just offside or what. Yeah, I think it's just an offside call here. So, face off in the neutral zone. 11:42 to go. It's a 1-0 lead for the Barons. Huffstedler will take the face off. Now, I think he might have won it, but it went off the skate of the referee and went the way of Florida. Barons trying to get it out of the zone. They will. Huffstedler has it. He'll feed it. He'll cross the blue line. And got a stick lifted. Got it back. And Florida gets it back once more. Kept in by Krimbali, though. Krimbali now toward goal. Too many blue sweaters around. Florida. Loomis now sends it all the way down. It's going to be icing, I believe, and it is. 10:51 to go in this second period. It's a 1-0 lead for the Barons. It'll be a defensive zone face-off to Tyler Nordon's left side. And that will be with Lundy, Basil, Dallas, and Pusateri. Off the boards for Florida. They'll keep it in at the blue line now. Tipped and settled by Colin Lundy now. Tipped by Basil, settled by Colin. Shot here at the target and held as the goalie of Florida was in position. 10:39 to go in the second period. 1-0 Barons. Right wing circle for the faceoff for Chris Lundy. Gets a shot off as he pushes forward. It ends up wide. Not a lot of pressure on that one. Up front, Colin Lundy with a shot, stick save, push behind the goal line. Colin Lundy will steal it back here. Trying to feed it out front. Basil trying to get a shot off. Too much pressure, and now it's going to be Florida going back the other way. In the corner, behind the goal line now. Oleski leaves it for Pusateri. Basil looking for, knocked out of the air and kept in the zone, I guess. So no offside, but it doesn't matter. The Barons are on a change. Barons now into the zone. This board feeding it in for Basil. Schute's going to try to settle it, and he will against the boards. Feeds it back for Elliott. Shot, stick save into the corner for Board. He'll feed it behind the goal line for Schutte. Back to Board. He's got company. Let's see who gets it. Board comes away with it. Nice work there to push through. Kept in by Grimm at the blue line. Barron's trying to long pass there. Pass attempt there, and it's intercepted. Grimm now in the neutral zone, regrouping. Tipped into the zone, and the Barons. Nice pass and a shot. Schutte hits the net. Netting, excuse me. Got tipped out of play on the save. It was a nice little pass. It was a 2-on-1. Ended up with Schutte having an open shot against the goaltender. Goalie able to make the save. Nice work there by the Florida Alliance goaltender. Pushed it into the netting and out of play. Under 9:15 to go here in this second period. There's still a 1-0 lead for the Barons. Bradshaw pressuring, Board pressuring. Florida out of the zone. Barons steal it back. They'll throw it into the neutral zone. And now back into the Barons zone where Elliott will pick it up. Grimm into the neutral zone. Bradshaw kicks it to Board. Board across the blue line. He'll leave it for Bradshaw. Bradshaw in front. Trying to get a shot off. He does. Saved. There's a pile up in front. Pile up in front. Board is on a player. He can't figure out how to get off him, it looks like. Now there's more happening behind the goal. And the goaltender was in that mess in front. And now we got a couple players going to the box again. Looks like it's Schutte and number 5. Referees saying, no, you're going to the box. As the Florida player was trying to head to his bench. It's going to be an ice cut here, so we'll have some penalties, offsetting coincidental penalties here as we head to halftime. So 8:35 to go in this second period. We will pause here for an ice cut. Barons are leading 1-0.
find that like end of the end of
Welcome back to the second half. For those of you just joining us after Bourbon and Bad Choices, it's a 1-0 game for the Barons so far, with 8:35 to go in this second period. The one goal was a power play goal. Board from Lundy and Romstadt. All goals today have been power play goals. The first 4 in the first game, 1 by the opponent and all 3 by the Barons, were power play goals. And now, so far, the 1 goal in this one has been power play goal. Be nice to see the Barons get a few more goals here. Plenty of penalties so far in this one, including 2 coincidentals that occurred just as the halftime whistle was blown. Shooting in the box, number 5 in the box, still 5-on-5 hockey. And here we go with the second half. A face-off in the offensive zone for the Barons. It'll be Jake Hufstedler taking the face-off. He's got Cavalli. He pushes forward. He takes it into the corner and tries to throw it back to a teammate. It was Elliott he was trying to find, but it's swiped away by Florida. And Stockel over to Loomis here in the corner. In their own zone now. Stockel, Hufstedler sends it around for Cavalli actually. And Cavalli to Loomis now. Across the blue line in the offensive zone. Loomis behind the goal line. Loomis in the corner. Cavalli in the help. Cavalli toward the goal. Cavalli. Hufstedler with the goal. Even strength goal. Cavalli to Hufstedler for the goal. His second of the day. And it should be Loomis with the second assist actually. Hufstedler with the goal. Makes it 2-0 for the Barons with 8:02 to go in this second period. Nice way to start the second half here for the Barons. Asking You shall receive. Some more goals for the Barons. Pusateri gets upended as he pushes the puck across the line, and he'll get right back up and he'll grab the puck and regroup in the offensive zone, waits for the tag up and dumps it in. Florida now in the corner, rolling puck, having trouble collecting it, and now we have a whistle, roughing the call. Pusateri's going to the box, doesn't like the call. And the Barons will be down a man with 7:39 to go in this second period. So Pusateri on the board for 2 minutes with 7:39 remaining in the second for a rough. It'll be a defensive zone face-off here to Nordon's right side. It's Wood taking the face-off. He's got Dallas inside and Lundy pressuring at the point. Bezos stepping forward, across the center line, across the blue line. Shot, looking for a rebound, couldn't get to it. Nice job by the goalie sending it to the side. In the neutral zone there, we have a penalty coming up here. It's a power play, a delayed penalty against Florida here. And it's number 45 going to the box. Let's see what they call for this one. High stick on number 45. Of Florida Alliance, and back and forth we go on the penalty sheet. 7:18 left in this second period. And now we're going to have 4-on-4 hockey for a little while here. It'll be Basil, Lundy. Lundy takes the face off in the right wing circle. Stockel and Romstadt back. Florida out of the zone. Into the Barons zone they go, offside the call though. Did not have possession as he crossed the blue line and grabbed the puck afterwards. So, face off just outside the Florida Alliance bench. So we'll have 4-on-4 hockey for the better part of 1 minute and 33 seconds, and then we'll have just a 21-second power play for the Barons, all else being equal. Florida takes the Barron zone behind the goal line. (2-0) Barons. As Board scored the power play goal in the first. And Huffstedler scored the even strength just after halftime here with a little over 8 to go. And it's a shot here, and Nordon up for the task on that one. Makes the save, covers up, holds on. And the two coincidentals for Schutte and LaForest, number 5 of Florida Alliance, has expired, so they will leave the box. Still 4-on-4 hockey for another 49 seconds here as Elliott, Board, Bradshaw, and a player to be named later as Grimm are on the ice for the Barons. Grimm has the puck behind the goal line. Will skate it up the right and now pass it up to Bradshaw. Bradshaw leaves it for Grimm. Little past his stick and he'll go regroup in his own zone. Grimm skating up to the right. Out of the zone to the neutral zone. Florida will regroup in their own zone. Florida in the Barron zone. Elliott will steal it. Nicely done there. Bradshaw off the boards and out of the zone. Bradshaw trying to chip it off the boards or glass, and it went near Liam Slattery on the bench instead. So out of play there. It'll be a neutral zone face-off coming up here with 11 seconds left on the 4-on-4 hockey. 5:50 to go in the second period. 2-0 lead for the Barons. Far from over in this one. Lundy will take the face-off. He's got his brother with him. Wood and Dallas back. Florida out of the zone. Through the neutral zone, into the Baron zone they go. Pushed into the corner by Wood. And Dallas able to get the puck pushed forward, and now Florida has to take it into the neutral zone and circle all the way back to their own zone, now on the kill. As the Barons have the man advantage for just 5 more seconds. And they'll send this one all the way down, no icing here. Florida has the puck, and Wood will throw him into the boards. Back to full strength now. And Dallas sends it around for Colin. And cut in front for his brother, and now there's a broken stick here. It's Woods. Wood just laying some checks here, trying to keep it clean and not get a penalty as he doesn't have a stick. And now, Semigan, a player, get involved. And now Wood's going to get, somebody's going to get sent to the box, I believe. Let's see what happens here. Who knows who it is? It's Alexi, it looks like. So, high stick. He likes the high sticks today. That's most I've written down a high stick on my sheet in a long time. So with 4:51 to go, Barons on the kill in the second period. And somehow it's a face-off outside the zone. Oh, because also Boyd's in the box. So Florida has a player in the box too. Missed that one, apologies. And it's 5-on-5 hockey. Another whistle here. And a face-off at center ice. It's Huffstedler, Loomis, Krimbali. Huffy will take it. Loomis trying to get there, no luck. Florida gets to it. They'll send it into the Barron zone. Stockwell will go back to get to it. In the corner. Romstad there as well. Huffstedler in, Loomis in. And Huffstedler and Romstad team up, and Romstad sends it out of the zone. Huffstedler trying to race it down. Getting a stick lift. Loomis is going to get to the puck, and Florida has it. Nice effort there by Kambali and Loomis to try to keep it in the end after Hufstedler raced it down. And now it's Stockel up the right side, to Kambali on the left. Now Loomis leaves it for Loomis. Loomis looking for his options in front. Now back to Romstadt. Romstadt shot off a player, maybe his own. Hufstedler in front. Sent around by Loomis. Kambali trying to get there. In the corner. Hufstedler throws a body and leaves the puck for Loomis to send to Romstadt. Shot, save. And Huffy's going to come get it again. He'll send it back to Elliott. Elliott goes it in front, tipped. Kambali behind the goal line now. Kambali. Shot, save. Kambali will try to get to it again. Along the boards, it's a battle there. Loomis and Kambali. And in the neutral zone now, the Barons will regroup. Elliott will set it in. Schutte, far side, trying to feed it in front, but couldn't connect, and now it's going to go all the way back to the Barons zone. Grimm circles back with some speed. Grimm up the center. Grimm to Board. Throws it in front, trying to get a tip from Grimm. Went behind the goal. Bradshaw, Schutte and Board, Grimm and Elliott on the ice. 2:35 to go in this second period. 2-0 Barons. Florida out of their zone, up the right side, through the neutral zone and into the Barons zone. Bradshaw's going to steal it. Bradshaw feeds it behind the goal line for Elliott. Elliott to Bradshaw. Bradshaw to Board up the right side into the offensive zone. Board bodies a man out, throws it toward goal. Save made. Bradshaw will collect it. Elliott DDD pass to Grimm. Collects it off the boards, feeds it back in behind the goal line now. Rimmed around the yellow now to Elliott. Board has a player wrapped around his head. And they blow it dead. Not sure if there's a penalty. They just didn't like the awkward wrestling match on the corner. Somebody could get hurt that way. Let's see what they say. Yep, they're going to throw both of them for roughing. It makes sense. So, some more coincidentals. This time it's Board and Zolnicek. And it's still 5-on-5 hockey. Lundy, Basil, Wood, and Pusateri on the ice for the Barons. Right wing circle. Picked up by the Barons. Basil trying to get to it, trying to get between some players. And it's Florida regrouping at the blue line in the Barons zone now. And good job by Wood to get back and not allow a clean shot. Sent back to the point. Stepping forward, a shot goes off the glass. Not sure if Tyler Nordon got a piece of that or if it was just high. In front of the goal, and Barons able to clear. Basil across the blue line in the offensive zone. Shot here off the glass and out of play. .1:15 to go in this second period. Next lineup for the Barons, it'll be right wing circle for the faceoff. It's Hufstedler taking it. Kambali on his left, Loomis on the right, Stockel and Romstadt back. Hufstedler wins it straight back. Loomis takes it, gets it to Stockel, tipped by Kambali. On goal and good save there. Kambali still battling. Hufstedler lays a check. It's going to be Florida with the puck and kept in by Stockel. And Hufstedler gets Loomis with a kick on it, and then he'll settle it for Kambali. Shot here in the back of the net! Romstadt gets a save. Ooh! Loomis to Romstadt for a goal with 52.2 seconds to go in this second period. Romstadt from the blue line just threw it on net, found its way through, and the Barons lead this one 3-0. Same crew on the ice. Hofstadter will send it over to Loomis. Loomis trying to settle it. And he'll feed it over to Stockel. Hofstadter gets a tip on it, sends it into the offensive zone. Krimbali behind the goal line. Loomis there to help. Trying to fish the puck out, and they will. Loomis back to the point. Romstadt throws it to a goal. Oh, Hofstadter takes it off his chest. And behind the goal line is Florida. Out front, Krimbali picks it up. Loomis settles it with a skate and feeds it off the boards. Krimbali can't get to it. Florida able to gather the bouncing, rolling puck, and they will take it out of the zone. Romstadt settles it with his glove hand, and looked like he got it on the palm of his hand, and it looked like it might have hurt. So that does it for period number 2, with the Barons leading 3-0 after 2 periods of play, heading into the third. Scoring so far, Board from Lundy and Romstadt. Power play goal in the first. Second period, 2 goals by the Barons. Hufstedler from Krimbali and Loomis. And then it was Romstadt from Loomis. I'm not sure who had the second assist on that one. With just under a minute to play in that second period. 3-0 Barons after 2 periods of play. So Board will head back to the box for just 7 seconds plus a whistle. As he's got a coincidental to serve. Number 44 heading back for Florida as well. Face-off coming up. 17 minutes on the clock for period number 3. It'll be Lundy, Semig, Elliott, and Dallas Alexi. And here we go. Florida has it in their own zone. Semig chasing. In the neutral zone, picked off by Lundy, and offside the call. Semig tried to push it forward over the line first. It wouldn't go. Lundy jumped expecting it, and then offside the call. That gets Board out of the box, though. 10 seconds run off the Lundy with the face-off. Elliott will send it in to the Florida zone, settled by Semig on the left side. Lundy will pick it up. Chris Lundy behind the goal line, trying to feed it up front. Elliott shot in front, blocked. Might have been a save, not sure which. Made its way mostly to the goal at least. This one's blocked as Chris Lundy tried to take a shot inside the blue line. Elliott send it over to Dallas, and now Dallas will send it rink wide in the neutral zone now. Let's see who grabbed the bouncing puck. It's going to be Florida across the blue line of the Barons. Florida with a shot. Puck ends up behind the goal line. Lundy pressuring. Shot here behind the goal. Picked up by Elliott. And pushed out of the zone by Semig. Nicely done. Semig still battling. And he backs off as he needs to change, and there were 3 Florida players there anyway, and this one's going to be offside. Barons were on a change, so that helps them out anyway. 15:46 to go in this third period, 3-0 Barons. And it will be Schutte, Bradshaw, Board, Pusateri, and Grimm on the ice. Slash is the call here, as Grimm had his stick slashed right out of his hand as he went to grab the puck at the goal line, and the Barons are going to be on the power play. Number 5 back in the box. LaForest in the box for Florida with 15:37 to go in this third period. So, offensive zone face-off here for Huffstedler. Evens it straight back to Elliott. Sends it over to Krimbali. Leaves it for Bradshaw. Krimbali, shot, blocked out front before it gets there. Oh, Florida the other way with the rush. And Huffstedler got maybe just enough of a stick to not allow a clean pass there. Now everybody's behind the goal line. Loomis getting involved with the other 3 already back there. And they'll clear the zone. Into the offensive zone. Krimbali and Huffstedler there. And Bradshaw on the far side steps up to keep it in the zone for now. And now it's going to bounce out into the neutral zone. They'll tag up and reset. Elliott with the puck. He'll leave it for Loomis. Loomis at his own blue line now. Loomis across the blue line in the offensive zone. Loomis trying to feed Huffstedler. No luck. Got tipped into the corner. Huffstedler kicks it a little further, but then it's going to get rimmed around and out as Florida able to send it all the way down where Nordon will settle it. Next line up for the Barons with under 50 seconds to go on the power play. Lundy, Ford, Basil, Romstad. Check attempt by Florida ends up with the Florida player going down. Florida trying to clear it, they do, all the way down. Nordon will settle it again. 20 seconds left on the Barons power play. Florida's going to pick this up off the boards. Nicely done by Chris Lundy, not allowing that one to go the other way. Barons will keep this one in. Board. To Romstad. Romstad trying to send it rink wide. No luck. He'll get it himself. Back to full strength. It's Florida. Puck right there. Still loose. In front. Still loose. And they're going to be able to clear it. Will Florida. They'll send it all the way down. That's going to be icing. And with 13:22 to go in this third period, it's a 3-0 lead. 5-on-5 hockey. Offensive zone face-off coming up here for the Barons. Left wing circle. It'll be Schutte taking it with Semig on his left. Bradshaw on the right. Wood and Stockel back. Into the corner it goes. Florida has it. And they'll leave the zone, but just in time for the Barons to grab it and send it back in. Florida tries again. And in the neutral zone again, the Barons tagged up already, and they'll push it back in. Semig trying to get there. They'll leave it for Basil with a shot, or Bradshaw with a shot and a goal. Semig to Bradshaw for the Barons, 4th goal of the game. .52 remaining in this third period, and the Barons now have a 4-0 lead with 12:52 to go. That says 3, it'll say 4 in a moment. Schutte takes the face-off. So Bradshaw was following Semig in there, and Semig didn't get a good pull on the puck, so leaves it for Bradshaw. Bradshaw able to find the back of the net. Nicely done there. This one's icing, which will give us a chance to show you the scoreboard that now nicely says 4 here in this third period. Huffstedler, Loomis, Krimbali, Pusateri, and Grimm on the ice. Florida dumps it behind the goal line. And Florida Still trying to find their way here. Barons able to chip it up, and Kambali trying to settle it. They'll send it out. Huffstetter will pick it up. He'll feed it up to Loomis. Loomis in the offensive zone, trying to collect. He'll feed it back to Huffstetter in the corner, trying to make his way out. Throws it in front. Goalie gets a stick on it. Down to one knee is Grimm. And now Florida's going to be able to come away with it. Nice work there. But Florida able to come away and move into the offensive zone. Grimm thought about knocking that out of the air. Thought against it, as it was going to be a high stick. Loomis now into the offensive zone. Loomis behind the goal. Puck bounced on him and stayed behind the goal line. Huffstetter now behind the goal line. We got a couple players fighting in front of the goal. And the referee just breaks it up and they move on. Barons up front. Loomis, Kambali throws it to the front for Pusateri, to the front of the blue line, that is. Loomis to Huffstetter. He'll try to feed it back into Loomis. Wouldn't go. Huffy gets a tap on this one. It's going to go Florida anyway. Now Kambali steals it back. Huffstetter now. He'll get across. Oh, to Board and then back to Huffstetter. Trying to get a one-timer. Would not go. Kambali in the corner. And now Florida will grab it back. Board steals it back in the neutral zone. Board across the blue line. Board shot and held by the goaltender. So a few more opportunities for the Barons there. Under 11 minutes to play in this third period. It's a 4-0 lead for the Cleveland Barons. Bradshaw, Board, Schutte, Elliott, and Dallas. Alexei on the ice. Barons trying to clear, and they do in the neutral zone. It will be Florida. Oh, Bradshaw almost got a piece of that one on a clear back into their own zone. Dallas trying to send it out. Florida gets a stick on it, but collecting it anyway is Bradshaw. Bradshaw throws it toward goal, and the goaltender just catches the pop fly and holds on. 10:26 to go in this third period. 4-0 Cleveland Barons. Florida in front, and good job by Tyler Dunn sliding across, keeping the player in front, makes the save. And the defenseman able to trail the forward across. Barons not making it easy on him, but Tyler, a great job there. Make sure that one stayed out of the back of the net. Lundy will pick this up. He's got Basil in front of him. He'll throw it off the boards. Basil's trying to collect it. He does. Nice job there stealing it, as Florida got there first, but Basil stole it off the stick anyway. Semig in the corner, trying to tie it up. Almost did anyway, even though he had a second player on him. Florida able to take it out of the zone. Rink wide here. Into the Baron zone it goes. Stockel. They'll try to send it over past Romstad up to Basil. Basil to Lundy, chips it into the offensive zone. Lundy trying to feed it into Basil. Florida's going to pick it off. Stockel. Nice job there, taking a man down without a stick is Stockel. And now it's going to be a one-on-one here for Semig. Semig waits for help from Romstad. Romstad in the back of the net. Great work by Semig. Had the patience to see what was happening, and Romstad found a nice little top left corner there and put it in the back of the net. Number 5 gets the 5th goal of the game for the Cleveland Barons, and Semig gets his 2nd straight assist with 9:15 to go in this third period. Huffstetter will take the face-off from Molly and Loomis, Wood and Pusateri. Wood across the blue line. Kambali behind the red line, behind the goal line. Huffstetter there as well. And they try to keep it in. It's Loomis setting it behind the goal line once more. Florida's going to get there first. Huffstetter's going to take it. He'll feed it out front. And Loomis trying to get to it, but it's Florida there first. They had the better positioning on it, and Loomis made a good effort on it anyway. Terry throws this one back in. He's going to race the player down behind the goal line and force the puck to stay deep in the zone. Huffstetter picks it up, sends it back to Terry. Shot, save, and a hold for the Florida goalie. Good pressure there by the Barons, not giving in on this one. Up 5-0 and keeping the pressure on pretty hard here. Same crew will stay out here. And now Barron's going to be able to keep this one. Huffstetter throwing it across, looking for Kambali. He had his stick held up, no luck. Wood throws it on goal. Wood to Loomis. Loomis now moving around, giving it to Pusateri in the end. Tipped by Kambali. It goes off the glass. Florida able to get it out of the zones, taken right back by Loomis. Loomis will leave it for Wood. Wood. It's taken by Florida as the Barons are on a change. Stick save by Tyler Nordon. Kambali trying to send it up and out. No luck yet. Still in the Baron zone. Wood, long shift so far here. And Loomis sends it around looking for Wood. Oh, excuse me, Schutte. That's Schutte there. Excuse me, 71, not 17. 7.5 minutes to play here in the third period. 5-0 Barons. Board battle here. Pusateri comes away with it. He'll feed it around for, who is that? It's Wood. Long shift, able to move up the right side, put on the brakes. Golden front, looking for Schutte. Good work there by Wood. And now gloved down by Board in the neutral zone. Board crosses the line, falls, gets taken down, and then throws it into the offensive zone anyway. Good work there. Board. Back to Elliott. Throwing it in front. Looking for Schutte, who was taken down. Got up and got a piece of this puck anyway and sent it across. Board. Over to Grimm. Grimm behind the goal line. Tied up in the corner now. Florida comes in and takes it. And they'll send it long. And icing the call here. 6.5 to go. 6:33 to go in this third period. 5-0 Barons. Bradshaw's going to take the face-off. Schutte to the right. Board to the left. Elliott and Grimm back. Elliott pushes it forward. Schutte sends it into Bradshaw. Bradshaw back to Elliott. Elliott shot, tipped. It ends up wide into the corner. I think it might have been tipped a couple times or maybe even saved in the end by the goalie. Elliott throws it toward goal, looking for another tip. Goalie makes the save and holds on. Throwing the glove down. Elliott's done a great job of throwing those pucks right in front of and on the net. Some of them are getting tipped wide, some of them are getting on goal for sure. Next line in for the Barons. Lundy, Semig, Lundy, Stockel, and Dallas Alexi. It's going to be left wing circle for out front shot, save! Whistle dead. I'm gonna guess net off, and indeed. Great opportunity there for the Barons. So we got a stick in a mask here. Lundy's stick ended up in the mask of Barber, number 26, I believe, of the Florida Alliance. Referee separated it and moved on. So here we go with Lundy with the face-off. Colin Lundy sends it in for Chris Lundy. Chris feeds it out for Oleski's shot. Still loose, and now it's going to be Florida picking it up. Everybody recognizes it might go behind the goalie there. Semig now feeding it in front. The goalie makes a save, sticks it to the side, out to the point. Fed back behind the goal line, trying to feed it out front again. That time it was, I think, Colin Lundy feeding it out front. Yes. And now into the Barron zone it goes. Dallas Alexi will try to fend a man off behind the goal line. Tying him up there, looking for some help. It's Florida coming in first to give the help. Out to the point. D-to-D pass here for Florida. Shot toward goal. Save and a hold for Tyler Nardon with 5:17 to go here in this third period. Face off to Tyler's left side. It'll be Huffstetter taking it. He's got Loomis and Krumbali, Romstock, and Wood on the ice. Krumbali has it. He'll skate it out of the zone. He'll feed it up for Loomis. Loomis. It's sent around by Florida. Kept in, though, by Wood. Wood into Huffstetter. Huffstetter trying to feed it out front. Nobody there. And Florida goes the other way. Behind the goal line, Wood. He'll pick it up. He'll skate it up the left side. Sauces it up, looking for Krumbali. It's picked up by Florida. They say Huffstetter got a piece of that one, no icing. Wood. Romstock now. Up to Krumbali. And Florida keeps it in. Now pops in front. In front again. They don't allow a clean shot, and Tyler makes a save. Now behind the goal line, now picked up by Loomis. He'll give it over to Huffstetter in the corner. And up and out of the zone it goes. Into the Florida zone, and the Barons will change. 4:16 left in this third period. Shooty pressuring, Bradshaw, board. Florida in the Barons zone. Shot, didn't go. Rolled off the stick there. Now a shot, and now Elliott behind, feeds it off the boards, picked up by Bradshaw. He'll send it rink wide and out of the zone. Shooty steals it here. Nicely done across the blue line in the offensive zone. Shooty behind the goal line in the offensive zone. Pusateri, the other defenseman on the ice. In the corner. Shooty tied up. Puck pops out. Florida grabs it. No, it's Elliott that has it. And now it's out of the zone. Pusateri will dump it back in. Everybody tags up. Florida has it. And they'll try to find their way out, but Bradshaw pressuring. Under 3.5 to go here in the third. 5-0 Barons. Behind the goal line. Board trying to get to it. Elliott feeds it back to Board. And now Shooty will come in and grab the puck behind the goal line. Shooty feeds it over to Bradshaw up the right side. He'll chip it into the offensive zone. Board will chase it behind the goal line. Florida there as well. Bradshaw at the hash marks. Tied up there. Now it's Florida Alliance behind their goal line. Barons on a change with Summig coming in and Colin Lundy, Stockel and Grimm. Florida with some speed coming into the zone, loses the handle on the puck. It was Barber for Florida. And now Grimm back the other way. Into the offensive zone with some speed. He'll throw it on goal. Save made, or maybe it was off the side of the goal. Hard to tell. Good look there. Lundy to Brother Lundy. And now in front, Semig shot. Semig again. Can't get a hold of it yet. Semig back to the point. Stockel. Semig. Back to Stockel again. In front for Lundy with a tip. It goes behind the goal. And Florida trying to get to it, but Colin Lundy giving some pressure here. To Chris Lundy, to Colin Lundy. Over to Stockel. Stockel throws it in front, looking for Semig. Good defensive play by Florida, not allowing a clean shot. Grimm to Stockel calling for it. Stockel into Lundy. Lundy rink wide to Grimm. Grimm skates it forward. Below the goal line now for Grimm. Grimm. Back to Stockel at the line. Oh, couldn't handle it, and now it's into the neutral zone. And the Barons will change. In the neutral zone. Semig crosses the blue line. He'll feed it in. And Huffstetter providing a little pressure there, but Florida keeps control. Florida. Up the left side of the neutral zone. Into the Barons zone they go. And now it's knocked out of the zone, and Florida's going to have to regroup in the neutral zone. Florida back in the Barons zone. Settled and out. Into the Florida zone. Huffstetter trying to win a race here. Tying a man up behind the goal line. Florida gets it. Florida, out of the zone they go. Dallas steals it at his own blue line and takes it behind his goal. He'll leave it now for a teammate there. Oh, rolled off a stick. And now it's Florida with the puck. And they'll feed it out of the zone and offside there, but it's going to be picked up by Krimbali. Krimbali into the offensive zone. Florida trying to get it back. Loomis now. And Schutte pulling into the offensive zone. In the neutral zone, though, it's going to be Florida back in the Barons zone. Shot, glove save, and a hold. And that's going to do it, folks. So game has ended with a 5-0 win for the Barons. Krimbali went down right at the buzzer there. I didn't quite see what happened. I was watching the other pushing and shoving. Teammates there to check on him. It's like he says he's okay, and they're going to head to the handshake line. So Tyler Nordon keeps his net clean with a nice shutout there. 5-0 Barons win for their third win of the weekend. One more game bright and early tomorrow against the Washington Capitals at 8:10 a.m. Central Time on Martin Luther King Jr. Day. That's 9:10 Eastern Standard Time in the morning tomorrow as the Barons win this one 5-0. Goal recap here. First period, it was Board with a power play goal from Lundy and Romstad. Second period, 2 goals. Huffstetter from Krimbali and Loomis. And then with just less than a minute left in the second period, it was Romstad from Loomis. Third period, it was Bradshaw from Semig. And then Romstad from Semig. 5-0 Barons. That'll do it from the NHL rink tonight. We'll be back at the same rink tomorrow at 8:10 a.m. to take on the Washington Capitals. See you then. Have a good night.